Let's be healthy, comrades. The bags are packed, time to go. As everybody knows, every trip to Bolivia starts in Miami.
Look, Comrade Haletski, we look like twin brothers. Same IDs, same bags, same shirts, same everything.
Oh yeah, we look green and nice.
I tried to reach for you, but you have closed your mind.
Now it's time to do a little quick tour around Miami, and off we go.
Wish I understood. It used to
Bolivia, in its prime, is awaiting for us. We arrived to city of La Paz, capital of Bolivia, for just half a day before we head out to the mountains. The altitude of La Paz is 14,000 feet above the sea level, but for us, being from Colorado, is not a problem. Half of the city is the market, so getting the food for the expedition is not a problem either.
Let's go then!
Yes, let's go!
It'll take about 7 hours of driving on really rough Bolivian roads to get us to the first mountain Illimani. So, relax and enjoy the scenery. As far as relaxing going is not that simple, because the road is real windy, narrow, and our driver tries to impress us, always speeding up on those curves. So far, everything's safe and sound. Today is Sunday, Domingo, which means everybody is celebrating. Every weekend in Bolivia, somebody is celebrating something. People got dressed up, and then, as you know, they are getting drunk. Very, very drunk. Luckily, the sheep in Bolivia primarily sober. This is our first goal, Mount Illimani. I don't believe we're gonna make it to the top due to the lack of acclimatization, but that should be great acclimatization for the second mountain, which we're supposed to climb in about a week. Now, it looks like we'll have a bit of a problem get our gear to the base camp, because the donkey driver, who whatever he is drunk as well, with the donkeys. Our first day is relatively simple. It's a hike about 5 hours to the base camp located on the altitude of 14,800. Right now it's middle of August. In Bolivia this is the best time of the year. It's winter because of the equator. It's always dry, nice, and all these animals which you see are even nicer. It's getting late and it's very cold. Definitely the time to set up the camp. But where the dog came from, go figure. I don't mind at all. She's warm and furry. For such help, my food is dog's food. Next morning I realized that the dog spent the whole night with me. I didn't mind that one bit. It was about 10 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Quick breakfast and enough chit-chat. Time to go climb the mountain. Rough guesstimate for the time of the hike today is between 7 and 9 hours. I really do not believe that for our porters that will be a pleasure. Knowing the fact that we need to gain about 4,000 vertical feet today, it will be a tough day.
Today, Hwanshu is with us, which is beautiful. So, what do you think? Sir Hwanshu, a couple of words of press, please.
This is from Illimani. This is the mine Igor.
Hi, my name is Betsy.
Who is our cook?
Yeah, I'm a cook for 4 days.
And Kamita was just Avrika.
Oh, yes, thank you.
And of course, Mr. Victor, who could carry at least a horse. Something for the press, please.
Todo bien.
All right.
Yes.
Good words. Good words.
And the further we go, the more spectacular scenery surrounds us.
No!
Excuse me.
Man, I wish we would have that much energy as this elderly Bolivian lady. From here, nothing is easy. Unfortunately, this is as far as the dog went. Never seen her since. It's only our second day in Bolivia, and as I mentioned previously, we didn't have enough acclimatization for such climb, so every step is not easy. At least the views are so gorgeous, so sometimes you forget the tiredness. 9 hours of struggle, and we are setting up the high camp. Cognac for a Bolivian guide? I don't think it's a good idea. It's still very early, but it is time to go to bed. Tomorrow we're getting up at 12:30 in the morning. Have a good night, Illimani.
How do you like this, Comrade Haletski?
Well, this sucks.
Unfortunately, as was expected earlier, we didn't make it to the top. But acclimatization was excellent. I'm sure on the next target, Mount Ankhuuma, this will pay huge dividends. 8 o'clock in the morning. It's been a long night. Man, how tired are we? Another hour and we'll be back at the high camp. But that will be not the end of the day. We still need to get all the way down. 4 hours later, after we dropped about 3,000 vertical feet, we feel so much better.
Everything's awesome. No problems. Easily and confidently.
You know what? Screw this shit! And again, on the way back to La Paz, lots of beautiful craters.
Hey, mucho de nada.
5-hour drive to La Paz shouldn't be too exhausting. We are exhausted already. So what's the deal? Going narrow windy roads, sometimes looking over the cliffs, and sometimes barely trying to make through the other car. Today is 6th of August. This day Bolivia was established. And we are home. Hotel Europe, 5-star, everything's included, even the kitchen sink. And now it's time for teeth brushing. Chpok!
We worked hard. Let's go drink hard.
Gentlemen, do you like some vodka with real python?
Yes, we would love some. And now we have full day to travel around La Paz, the most brutal and high elevated city in the world.
6 million people in La Paz.
The place where we're at right now, called Haipapakasi. La Paz is a relatively young city. It was established on the 6th of August, 2003 years ago. What you're looking at right now is just a small street which climbs from the bottom of La Paz to the top. All the way from downtown, located on the altitude of 13.2 to Alta, 14.1. Montaña El Pico de Potosí you could see right from La Paz, on the top of which I was 2 years ago.
In fact, Mount Illimani, which we came from yesterday, you could also see from here.
Luckily, I summited Mount Illimani in 1999, so I know what it looks like. If you are real Bolivian, Boliviano Real, you will play football at all times. Not American, real football of course. Also, interesting fact that everywhere a lot of little dental clinics. Full months of August in Bolivia takes place a religion tradition called Pachamama. If you are a respectful Bolivian, each August you're gonna climb to the top of something and burn something. This will be a sign of good fortune. People really believe that if they will burn some of these sacrifices, which was prepared especially for them by elderly lady shaman, that will do something incredible. Will it?
Antes había casas aquí, todo era casa. Calle, casa, pero esto, un movimiento sísmico se bajó.
Meanwhile, our driver, Rudon Atsaba, telling us that in Bolivia, between November and February, are horrible rains, and all these houses dropped down dead. Another interesting thing, that these homeless dogs are all over the place. There are hundreds, thousands, maybe millions. And sometimes they're not that friendly. If you look beyond horizon, you'll see Tayela del Diablo, very famous and very religious rock. In the whole city of La Paz, it's only 3 bridges, they all on the river Terpadi. And of course, downtown, La Paz. Looks spectacular from the distance, but not so much in close-up mode. Only here I can realize how happy we are living in the United States of America. But please, let's not talk about the gloominess of the life. Let's see something better. Bolivian folk music, for example. Or visit some cool places.
Oh yeah, it's quitting time. Let's get out of here. Woo. Time don't fly, it seems to crawl. I got my eye on that time clock on the wall. I got some plans with the little gal of mine tonight, right after quitting time. Baby, baby, don't be late, don't be late. I'll meet you at the house at 7:45. I know a band that'll rock a little place. Gonna boogie a woogie, put a smile on your face. I did my time, I paid my dues. I got all night long to dance and lose these blues. All day long, it's been on my mind. It's just me and you tonight after quitting time.
A minute later, we are in Juancho's office.
Hello, Juancho.
Hey guys, before we go climb second mountain, you should go visit Chacaltaya. This is very cool.
Chacaltaya, world's highest ski resort. That's where we're going today. The road to Chacaltaya is very narrow, and it's actually a jeep trail, not even a road. How did buses manage to get over here in prime times? I have no clue.
Claro, mire señor Frank, yo creo que para más antes, ahorita yo me encuentro en el alto y justamente estoy con problemas de eso.
Unfortunately, this ski resort is not functional anymore. No snow. It's been shut down in 2005.
There's not much left out of it. Primarily just some old cables, some old ruins, and of course the bathroom, which made with most strength and formidability.
We are pleasurably walking around abandoned ski resort and enjoying the views, which are still phenomenal. At some point, this unique resort was established by somebody named Robert Roch, who was American. If you Robert Roch, you probably wouldn't be feeling that bad if you stay in this place, which you actually built. As for us, we need to go back to La Paz, prepare ourselves for climbing Mount Ankhuuma. Tomorrow we're heading out towards Mount Ankhuuma. But looking at the mountains, we're holding our fingers crossed for good weather. Today is tomorrow. Goodbye, Hotel Europe. Are we ready?
Oh yeah, we are.
Goodbye, La Paz. Goodbye, chicken. Hello, road to Mount Ankhuuma, with numerous houses which are underbuilt. Di critico, the loan for the house, is only good for about half of it. That's why everything here is underbuilt. And I don't think it'll be ever finished. After driving for about 5 hours, really rough Bolivian roads, we finally see our mountain. And also Peak Schultz, Yampa, and Ankhuuma from a different perspective. This is the whole ridge. It will be a challenge to accomplish this climb. On the other hand, we just climbed Mount Illimani all the way to 20,000 feet. Having such an acclimatization shouldn't be that bad. Another 3 hours between driving and walking rough Bolivian roads, where our two-wheel drive ancient Toyota with the bolt tires barely making it. Finally, we're having well-deserved lunch. Another 2 hours of pleasant walk and we get into Laguna Chulata. Here we'll set up our first camp. But before we go to bed, a quick training walk.
Like they say, altitude is for real.
And long, delicious snack.
Be healthy, comrades.
Next morning, the view from the tent is right about the same as yesterday. And all of us are ready for a second day. Almost every step of the way we can see our summit, but man, it's so far away.
Evidently, the lack of oxygen is a real shitty thing. I don't like it very much.
At the altitude of 17,748 feet, we get covered by pretty thick layer of clouds. But just an hour later, after a quick break, I looked around and couldn't believe what I see. The panoramic view of the mountains we're approaching is breathtaking and unforgettable.
Yes, it is.
Just in time, our backpacks are arriving to the place where we should put our second camp. The camp is set. It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I definitely have some extra time to go look for chinchillas. Yes, wild chinchillas. In the wild, real chinchillas live in only 3 countries: Chile, Peru, and Bolivia. You can only find them all the altitudes above 15,000 feet, where they almost have no enemies. They're very skittish, and whenever you try to approach just a little closer than you're supposed to, they will escape in between the rocks. Besides that, they're really hard to spot. Their camouflage fur is so well goes with the rocks that they're really impossible to determine. Chinchillas also as swift as the lightning, You just take off your eye from them, you lose them. Believe it or not, it took me about 4 hours of running back and forth over big rocks to get this less than 50 seconds of footage. On the altitude above 16,000 feet. After exercise like that, it's good to be home. And it's good to have good lunch. 3-course meal with...
Todo muy bien.
What am I saying? Just look for yourself. However, it's time to go to bed. It's late and it's time to be ready for day 3. Day 3. If everything's going according to plan, it'll be about 9-hour hike to the high camp. If, again, everything goes smoothly. And if it doesn't, well, it's still about a 9-hour hike. Luckily, we don't have to carry much on our shoulders, just the stuff we need right away. In our group, we have 2 guides, 3 porters, 1 dog, 2 cooks, and 3 other people, just a supporting group. Before you know it, we're stepping up on the glacier. It's closed and every crevasse you could see, so there's no danger involved. On the other hand, if you're not careful enough, you could drop dead in one of those crevasses and nobody will be able to save you.
Pancho, catch!
Playing frisbee will give us great opportunity to see if we have any crevasses at our camp.
Man, this bread is awesome!
Our guides, as strong as tigers. After a good lunch, they have so much energy, they have no clue what to do with it. Quick exercise, perhaps. Better go to the bathroom right now, when we still have a chance. In the nighttime, -25, I don't think that'll happen. And after that, we're going to bed right about 6 p.m. We're getting up at 12 midnight, as usual. Six o'clock in the morning. Rough. Very rough. We started 5 hours ago and been going over the big crevasses just with our headlights. Stumbling over our crampons, pitch dark, no fun.
Juancho, ¿cómo está? Oh, I wish I could say the same. Okay guys, a little more.
From here to the summit ridge is the ice wall, about 85 degrees, 300 of vertical feet of ice. We'll see how it'll go. Haletski and other guide, Victor, decided to go back without even trying to reach the summit. Jay started to get a frostbite on his toes, lack of oxygen, too tough, no try. As for me, I'll try to stick to the plan. No guarantees, of course, but I will try. Will I get to the summit? I don't know. Fair enough. 45 minutes later, we are on the top of Mount Ankhuuma. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful weather. Temperature just a bit below freezing point. From here you could see everything, even Mount Sahama, the tallest Bolivian peak, which I summited 2 years ago. What a fantastic feeling! Too bad Jay is not with me right now. But on the other hand, if you look closer, here it is, Jay and Victor. They are at least 5 miles away from us.
What can I say, gentlemen? The whole climb was terrific. I wish everyone in the world such a good mood and spirit as I have right this moment.
Time to go back to the camp. From here, we should not have many problems. Just go down the ice wall and from there another 3 hours should be at the camp. Sometime later I looked back and you could see from here the whole descent and ascent from this point. And here you could see that crucial pitch to the summit ridge. The scenery is still spectacular, but we need to hurry up. We've been climbing for over 9 hours already, and we definitely cannot stay and spend the night again at 17.8. It's just too much, too cold and too unpleasant. We really have to come back to Laguna Glacier. From here it's another 5 hours. Tough day. The other thing which impresses me quite a bit is how many people do you need for just one climb. This is all our group, not even all of it, just about half. Finally, Laguna Glacier, camp, lunch, drying out stuff.
13.5-hour day, pretty rough. Of course we're feeling much better right now, we're kind of down, but very relatively. We're still at 17.8, not much for break.
If you want me to climb this mountain one more time, you must be mistaken. A lot.
It's getting really late, time to go to bed, get some rest. But tomorrow, quick descent to the car. Quick look around. Quick loading up. Quick look at llamas. And quick drive to La Paz. And right before we completely left the mountain region, we were rewarded with the scenery of all our ascent to the top. Yes, that was awesome. And before you know it, we're back in the hotel. We still have one more day left. How about we check out Route Muerto, the road of death. It is done. We are crossing La Paz one more time all the way to the east. And as you already know, La Paz is not just an ordinary city. You always see something different. In order to get to Ruta Muerte, the most dangerous road in the world, we have to drop about 2.5 miles vertical. Hard to believe, but we have to go through these clouds all the way down to the jungles, which probably takes about 4 hours by car. And from there, Ruta Muerte. The road starts at the village with the name Coroico and goes through the jungle where it's always rain. It's very narrow. A lot of times 2 cars cannot go by and they have to wait until one passes in the white spot. The visibility is always 0. And the drops to the abyss usually about a mile deep. You could also see that it is way far from the asphalt. The surface of the road is very, very slippery. Yet, who knew? For Europeans, this is the most attraction for the bike ride. The weather here is 90% of the time like it is right now. It's actually extremely stupid. First of all, you cannot see anything because there's no visibility. Second of all, you're always covered with dirt. It's extremely dirty and rainy. And the third thing, some of these guys actually die by slipping and falling off the cliffs. Unbelievable what sometimes drive does to people. Luckily, we don't have to do this bike ride this very instant. So long, fellows. See you next time. Will I come here again? That I don't know.
Hey Jay, should we go to Bolivia one more time?
Oh yeah, we should. These bread comrades, unbelievable and undeniable.